Hello guys, welcome back to Numboy. Today we'll be going over some maths example questions of partial differentiation. So this is the great video for you if you just want to do some questions, and I'll work through them with you. And I'm not going to explain how to do it, but I kind of will with my explanations of how to solve these questions. But make sure you pause each question and have a go before you come back and have a look with me. So let's just get straight into this. So our first function here is the function of x and y equals y cubed and x squared. So my first question to you guys is, what is df, or df by dx? Have a go and see if you can solve that for me. Right, obviously I assume you pause rather than just letting it run out. Let's solve this. So we are only interested in the x value here, so we differentiate the x value normally, which would just be 2x, and this y value here we treat as a constant, so we can just fill it straight back in there. So the df by dx of this function here is just 2x y cubed. Now my second question is, what is the y value of this function? Pause the video and have a go at this. So just like the first one, all we're concerned is differentiating the y value and leaving the x value as it is, because it's just a constant. So then we bring this 3 down to the y, take 1 off the top, give it a 2, and x squared as well. So they're your two partial differentiations for this question up top. Now let's move on to our next question. So this is our next question here. We have the function of x and y equals sine of x squared. Now you might be a bit concerned because you've got this x and y as your variables, but you have no y on this side. Well, this is the simple case here. All you have to do is anything concerning when you're differentiating with respect to y, because there's no y value, all it is 0, because you can't differentiate. The differentiation of 0 is just 0, isn't it? So that's means that anything differentiated by y is just 0 in this question. But if we differentiate it with respect to x, that's a different story, however. So all you have to do is do your normal sort of trigonometric calculus, and so you differentiate the inside, bring it outside. So x squared differentiated is, because with respect to x, it's just 2x, and then we do a dot in the middle times, and then we differentiate this. So differentiation of sine is cos, and then you put the normal back in. So this equals 2x cos x squared. So that's your partial differentiations for this question here. Let's move on to the next one. Right, so this is our third question here. If you want to pause and have a go, then make sure you do so, and then you can come back and watch this when you've tried it. So there's two ways you can do this question. There's an easier way, and then there's a longer way. The longer way is to times everything out and go through the question long, which I might do just to show you how to do it. But the way I do it, because this is only considered with x in this bracket, and this is only considered with y in this bracket. If we just do this, then we can just not think about this, because it's a times, it's still a constant. So you put your y plus 2 up front, and then all you have to do is differentiate this side of it, which would just be 2x, and then because this has no x value at all, it doesn't make a difference, so you have to you can't differentiate, so we get rid of it. So your answer here is just y plus 2, 2x, and then your other side of this with your respect to y, again this out front, because you times it across, so it will have a y value in there, but because it's constant, it doesn't make a difference. And then your y plus 2 will just be 1, so you just get your x squared minus 1. And I'll show you how this makes sense, because sometimes going through the longer way makes more sense. So if we just times out these brackets, and then we do the same thing we've done on the other side, you'll see that what we get is this x value here in here, so that gets you 2xy. This doesn't have an x value, so this goes to 0, so minus 0. This is 4x, and then this doesn't have an x value, so this goes to 0 as well. So what you get is 2xy plus 4x, which is the exact same as up here, which can be simplified to 2x and then brackets y plus 2. Perfect. And I'll show you the same for the y value. So this becomes what differentiation of y is just 1, so that's just x squared. Differentiation of y again is just 1, so that's minus 1. This goes to 0, and this goes to 0, so this gives you your x squared minus 1, which is the same as up here. So as you see, either way, you can solve it, but this way is just quicker because they're already broken up. But I hope that makes sense the way I showed it. I probably should have done the longer version first, but whatever. Right, now this is our last question here. I'm going to let you pause the video and you can have a go at it. But the way I'm going to do it is, I'll show you just right now. So we have this value here. Now we know if we wanted to find di f by di x, that we could just break this up, because we know that any multiplication of the powers is just a times. And then because these are times, so they're obviously affected by this x, only have to differentiate this x value, which we know is just e to the x, and then obviously these constants, say times them again. I'll show this in a better way. I guess this could equal ey dot e, and then times your di by di x. Oh. E to the x, which then just equals ey dot ex, which is the exact same as your starting part here. So, and it's the exact same for it's the exact same on each side. So when you have an exponential with everything up in the top, you will probably just get a repeated value here. And then one final one to leave you on, a bit of an easier one to leave you on. I know I said the last one was the final one, but we'll go for this one as well. Right, my question is, what is df by dx? Times up, your answer is 0, because there's no x values in here, so everything just goes to 0. And my second question is, what is df by dy? Well, we can work that out by just differentiating this equation with respect to y. So 4y cubed, you take this 3 down, times it at the front, which gives you 12, and then take 1 off the power, which gives you y squared. And then the second one, this times it down, which is a 1, so gives you 2, take 1 off to gives 0, and y to the 0 is just 1, so it's just plus 2. And they're your answers for this partial differentiation. I hope this video was informative, guys, and I hope it helps you understand partial differentiation a bit more. Make sure you hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.